Two big stars are joining us on Studio 10 this morning, Mr. Sling Blade, Billy Bob Thornton, and Bilbo Baggins, Martin Freeman. Now, of course, fellas, your careers are much, much more than just those two characters. Case in point, teaming up for this special mini-series, Fargo. How are you guys doing?
We're very well, thanks.
Thank you.
So I heard you talk in some of the previous interviews about how this Fargo is not necessarily directly linked to the movie. It's its own creation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it is. It's obviously based on the movie, but really just in tone, mainly. In other words, when you're watching it, and if you're thinking about the movie, you can see, you know, the parallels. But I mean, you know, with the snow and the type of people. But it's its own story with new characters. But I think fans of the Coen Brothers movies will plug into the tone of it very easily, but I think you'll pretty quickly forget, you know, that it was based on the movie, because it is a new story, and it's pretty easy to get into. It's it just spirals into this crazy world that even us, you know, as actors, when we would read a new script, we were thrilled to see what happened next. You know, it's that type of thing.
So is anybody going through the wood chipper in this one?
No, I don't think so.
No, we have a guillotine, actually.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Now, tell us a little bit about your characters. Are your characters both from North Dakota, and also you guys are from Arkansas and across the pond, so how did you work on that accent, if so?
Well, yeah, mine is from Minnesota. Mine is, but yours isn't.
Right. Yeah, I'm a drifter from God knows where.
So then, Martin, then how was the accent for you? We know from the original Fargo how heavy that is, and I'm from the Midwest, so.
Well, yeah, it was a really good challenge, actually, because I wanted to do it well and give a sort of as much detail in it as possible, and be as truthful to the accent as possible, without sending it up or without making fun of it. Because you know, it's a very fine line between honouring an accent and doing it for real, and pushing it just slightly so that people can kind of laugh at it. You know, and I didn't want to do that, and I don't think the show wanted to do that. Because I mean, you know, the film in the mid-90s came out, and for a lot of people, that was their first real taste of what an approximation of that accent. And of course, you know, there's a little bit more to it than just kind of going, "Oh yeah," every 20 seconds. You know, because you know, if I go to Minnesota, I don't want to be beaten up. Do you know what I mean, for taking the mickey? So I wanted to do it as well as I could, and it was a great challenge every day to stay in that.
Now, as I mentioned off the top, you guys have both been parts of huge, successful movies. What made you both want to work on this special project?
Well, television has actually become, in a lot of ways, another division of the movie world. I think probably The Sopranos kicked that off, with Gandolfini playing such a powerful character in The Sopranos. I think that's when a lot of people started to think, hey, wait a minute, there's really good work on television.
It's as good as anything.
Exactly. And so for several years now, television has just taken a turn. Like when I was coming up, television had there was an entirely different perception of television. Now actors are begging for great television shows or miniseries or anything. It's just, it's opened up a whole new world for us. And a great portion of the movie audience is now watching television because of shows, Boardwalk Empire, all these shows. And I think people love to, you know, people are binge watching, so I think people love things that are a continuation, something that they can wait for the next chapter of. It's almost like now you're able to actually do books on film. You know, I mean, each episode is like a chapter of a book. It's a wonderful thing for actors and writers.
Well, I am your target audience for that, because I am a big fan of a lot of those shows you mentioned. True Detective was fantastic, and this kind of carrying on that tradition of putting quality work out on television. We really do appreciate both y'all spending some time with us here on Studio 10.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.